What's up, chat? It's a new week, and welcome to the stream. I'm trying to share my link to everywhere. If you're watching this right now, you're on this live, you're welcome. If you're watching it later, what it do? Uh, we're going to be looking at what happened in the chat last week. A lot of crazy things went down from Thursdays. You're going to be seeing some of the risk management that was applied before we had the crash in the market, and how that in itself also goes with technical analysis. So just give me a sec, hang in there while I try to invite some more people to join the live stream. Last week we saw a lot of crazy move in the market. We saw silver crash totally. We saw um, gold. We saw GU currently at the highs that it's been trying to make for weeks, and also we saw other pairs that we had analyzed and how they went opposite way, and how some as well had come to the direction of the chart that we are interested in trading. So all right, so I'm trying to share the link to my socials, and then we see how that goes. Mm, 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 mm. That's my chart, bro. That's my chart. You shouldn't be here. All right, one sec. I got a thumbnail this time around. I'm learning the ropes on this streaming thing. Uh, what I don't like about this stream for now is the fact that I'm not able to download the videos. Maybe I'll figure that out intentionally this week if I look into it. I've not been able to download the videos and make my short videos out of it. Hence why I wasn't able to post any short last week. But I do have a new video up on my YouTube about some of the mistake I made last year with prop firms and how you can avoid making the same mistakes, right? So while we wait for that, I'm still trying to share my link out to my WhatsApp status, my Instagram stories, and Facebook stories to see if anybody would be interested to join the stream. But until anybody joins, and if you're watching right now, shout out to you. What I'm going to be doing in this chart today is I'm going to be doing a live chart analysis and market structure. I'm going to be looking at the key levels and areas of interest, trading ideas and no trade zones for the new week, and it's a new month as well. The risk management and discipline decisions that we are going to make this week, and of course, looking back at some of the ones that we made last week, and then some trading psychology that I'm going to be deploying into the market this week. So, if you're rocking with me, you're watching this right now, welcome to the channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 100,000 follow 100,000 subscribers this year. All right, so let's get down to business. The first thing that I always do, if you watch my stream, you watch how I trade, is I try to see the condition of the dollar. I try to see how the DXY is currently acting up. I mean, acting up, because that way it's going to decide, or it's going to dictate my actions in the chart, since most of the peers that I trade are actually just USD based peers, right? give me a sec. I hope my PC ain't hacking up like right now. All right, so and it's a new month, and there's something with this WhatsApp uh desktop application these days. They just keep crashing out. Let me reset that because I'm trying to share this link everywhere, but I don't want to share just the link. I want to put my beautifully made thumbnail. Thanks to my ChatGPT for getting me, putting me on that. All right, so it's a new month, and we want to see where the market closed up last month. Last month was kind of bearish, but not. Mm, well, this was the whole January 2026. This was the whole of January, and that was bearish overall because even though we had a lot of week above, week below, it's still bearish, and we made new lows last week and didn't last month and didn't make new high. So ideally, a retracement or a filling up of this might be ideal, but this is the market. Market sometimes doesn't care about ideals. So I'm going to be clearing out all my markings up here to make the chart a little bit more nice, because this is just too much. All right, so we are going to clean up. It's a new month. Let us reset and see what we got. All right, so we made new lows last month. We didn't make a new high. So is it possible that we are looking to make another low again? That is what we are about to find out. So it is a look at the weekly of what the US dollar is doing. It has been making downtrend, but this week right here is crazy and scary. This is a whole, like, if I remember my my um study on candlesticks, this right here, I think this is what they call an hammer, right? If I'm correct. I really don't trade like in that pattern, candlesticks and all that, but this is what an hammer is. Okay, so this is what an hammer is. And guys, I think I need a new PC, a more powerful PC, so that my live streams will not be freezing up on me from time to time, so that I can have a smooth stream. Because lately I'm just enjoying streaming. It's fun for me. I mean, most of the time I'm talking to myself. Ain't nobody watching this stuff. But shout out to the 5 people watching me right now. Thank you for being here. All right, so looking at this, looking at this direction of what the dollar is currently doing, we've been on downtrend for a while, and we're making lower lows. But recently, when it came to last month, this looked like an hammer, but it made a new low, and there was a gap before that last week. So let's look in close a little bit closer on the daily and see how the daily low like. So when we had this push down, we had a retracement back up, and it still hasn't filled that position yet. So is it possible we have even further push into that region? I don't know. Let's look closer on the 4 hours for the USD. So the 4 hours, it looks like this. It had come to this zone where we had consolidated before, and we pushed down and gradually filled back up. Couldn't make a new low. It has been making higher low, higher low, higher low all the while, right? And then we are pushed back into this place. Meanwhile, this place did not make it, did not take out the hold high. If you see that closely, it looks like this. Let me take out this drawing. Take out this drawing. And now with this in our face, are we looking to make like come down here? Meanwhile, coming down here would mean that we are feeling, on the higher time frame, all of this is a week, right? So what I've seen in the market in the past is once we don't have a strong momentum like this, the market might clear out all of this guy with a big ass candle. I've seen it before. I'm not saying that would happen, but seeing it before gives me a perspective of, okay, if the market does this, then it's likely to do that, right? And if it's not doing that, what is the other things that might happen. So ideally I'll put a Fibonacci, but this gap is not letting me do that right now. So if we do see the dollar break above here, this whole consolidation area, touch this other zone, and it finds a support in the last place, it was a resistance, then it might be that we are pushing back up. So I'll be mindful of that as I approach the market this week. So let's look at it on an hour. Meanwhile, I don't trade DXY as a trade. I only use it to see the dollar strength and try to make decision based off that. Alpha, give me a sec. Give me a sec, guys. My guy is at my door. I need to go tend to that. If you're on the stream, please don't go anywhere. Hang with me. I'll be right back. Who's calling my phone? Okay, we back. Okay, we back. All right, so let me still try and share my link to my WhatsApp again. I'm trying to send the image to my WhatsApp before I post it on my status, but WhatsApp be hacking up right now. Been hacking up like crazy. I hope it works. And I really do need a more powerful PC so my live stream doesn't just hang on me. You know what I mean? All right. Oh. All right. While we wait for that, so that I don't dull the stream. So basically, what I'll be looking at on uh, the USD this week, I think my bias will be a break above this zone because anything that makes it breaks above here and finds support, we have a lot of gap to we have a lot of gap to take. We have a lot of gap to take in there, right? So that means that we might go up a little. Let's see. Let me open the what news are we expecting this week? Mind you, we already said last month we made a new low, so that might also means that with the charts try to retrace a little bit. And with the wave of things I'm catching right now, Donald Trump is doesn't care about the strength of the dollar. Basically, it feels like to weaken the dollar will be good for the economy. And we have a new Fed that been like appointed by Trump. So I'll put that behind my mind when I try to make decisions. So basically, technically, on dollar, I'm thinking of a retracement back into 96, and then the 96 will be a fill of this candle we have on the daily, right? But if we do break above for this gap and we find support where there was resistance, then we might be pushing back up because ideally there's supposed to be a retracement. So those are the things I'm going to be looking at on the dollar. So for the short term, I'm anticipating a weaker dollar, at least for today, because of how we currently stand. And sometimes also, I've seen in the market where the market does the same thing that it had done before, history repeating itself based on price action, right? This might be a short history, but I'm going to show you that on what I saw on the GBP USD. So with that being said, we proceed into looking at the market for the week. And let's take a quick recap. So last week I was on a long. Man, last week was crazy, bro. Now, I think I need to make my face bigger for this one because I might want to like crop this and put it on my shorts later. Let me see if I'm well sat or well set for this. So last week was crazy because I've been trying to train myself to not always jump out of a trade, try to hold a trade to the fullest. But every time I try that, it feels as though the market doesn't want me to unlock that part of me. Here's why. So I was in this GBP USD sell. I'm going to show you in a minute. I was in good profit, and for some reason, it's the first time that I did not follow my rule on breaking even. That is taking my stop loss above my entry just to have a risk-free trade. Meaning that if the trade was already up like $100 or 1,000, and I just break even and it comes back there, I might just be making like 10. Now, here is where the greed speaks silently to our ears as traders. A 10, a trade that was already on 1,000 and goes back to your break even and takes you. So a trade that takes you like you're already in profit of like $100, right, or 500 or whatever, and you break even and they come and you didn't take partial out, right, and it takes you out at 10, is better than negative 50. Now that is crazy because personally I'm trying to weigh things and be like, okay, if I continue like this, when am I going to think of myself profitable? But here is the answer. The answer lies in there. The day that you're going to have a winning trade is going to be beautiful. But first, take this quote with you, write it down. Risk first, reward later. Let me say it louder for those in the back. Risk first, reward later. Right? We'll probably do a breakdown of that on any other stream that is not about market analysis. But today is for market analysis, not for my prophecies or preaching. So I was in this trade, guys, and I was in profit, right? Because I was expecting an higher high. Then I don't know what happened. Okay, there was a news. It's called factory something. The news wasn't a red folder news, guys. It was just a regular news. Maybe the first time I'm paying attention to it. And then when that dropped, we went all the way down. Now, I also did something that was out of character. I thought this would just be something that we can now wake up from and we're back. Let's make higher high, right? So I entered again when it got to my entry, put my stop loss somewhere here. This was Asian session, by the way. Guys, the market said no and tanked me out. And then I can say that I'm out of the bullish following for now. Why? Because the market is now showing us new signs. So as a trader, we must be able to adapt to market conditions, right? So we are going to be analyzing GU in a new light. And like I said about the history thing that I know about the chart, I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. So the last time we came this high, right? Last time we came this high, we went back down. We came this high, we went back down. Now, it looks like we broke this. I think I was a little bit irrational for thinking we'll just continue without serious retracement. I mean, I waited for some retracement, but there was still room for a lot of retracement back there, which I think is happening or has happened. That is where our risk management comes in. Now, I am not looking at this as a reversal in trend for many reasons. Number one, we had made a new high with candle closing above these old highs. Mind you, this was from July 2025, right? One. Number two, we had made a wibble. That's what we call a, is it wibble or wobble? I read that in Naked Forex, where at a key area we have double bottoms that are not equal to the upside. That had already like signified going up. And from here, where we had this change in trend, it had been higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Still didn't make a new low, right? Then we had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low again, because this low didn't take out this low. Then now we have higher high. The swing is from all the way from bottom here to this top. Now this is where it gets crazy. I cannot tell how deep this retracement we get. So that means every time I try to jump, get into this trend and go up, I have to keep risk in mind. See, I might get into this buy, and get stopped out, and maybe on the fifth one, I get a good opportunity that now signals me in. That is where the work lies. But for me right now, until this guy takes out this low and retraces and didn't make a new high, before I can say we have reverse trend, which is a long way out. Now, what did we see on DXY? We saw on DXY that the dollar might go down. So if the dollar starts going down here, that means the GBP USD will start going up more. So let us look keenly into what decisions this might be. Let me clean out all of this old stuff. Meanwhile, there are now other intraday opportunities that will present itself for a quick 30 pips, quick 50 pips instead of waiting for a long time trend, right? For example, a blind man can see that this is hem. That is what we call the hem pattern. This is how it always look like. When uptrend, it comes back, it makes a double top. Ideally, what you see in the chart is that this neckline will be broken, right? Retested, and then complete the leg. That's an M move. You can see that clear as day. Let me zoom that in a little bit. We have this go up, retrace back, makes a double top, retrace back to the neckline, breaks it a little, didn't make a new high. Textbook. What will happen here is push down and make the full leg. That is an M move. It is complete. Now, where did the market come into? The market comes into this area where we had a breakout. It looks like a retest. Now we have what we call a support. This area is holding a support. Two things can happen at the support area, which is an area where we want to make decisions from. We don't want to make decisions from the middle of nowhere, right? Don't mind all my rectangular drawings. I usually keep them on the charts like that. So what we are looking for here is for this support to hold, and maybe now we can start buying and make a new high. Or if this support should break and this support becomes a resistance, then that means we are still retracing down. Mind you, there is still a room for this market to go down or to go up. We are just looking for opportunities. But the overall bias here is that we're in a bullish market, right? So what I'm going to be looking at here is for the mini time frame to now start forming a bullish trend. Let me explain. See, for us to join a bias that is bullish, right? On the 4 hours, we are still bullish, right? For us to join the trend to get opportunities, we want the lower time frame as well to have changed into a bullish momentum. Because when you zoom in on lower time frame, this is the top that you are seeing on the higher time frame, right? The lower time frame still has a downtrend. It's going down here. So I'm looking for buy signals. I could get in, get my 2 pips, get out. Let's say I have like a 100K account. I could just put 10 lot size, get my 10 pips, make my 1K and get out. But I don't have that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to be patient, wait for opportunities that resumes the trend, because if I should join the trend, my 0.05 lot size now can make me a lot of money. That is exactly what I'm going to try to do. So on the lower time frame, 1 hour is already made this low and broke this high. So I'm thinking, okay, if this guy should hold and don't make a new low, are we going to resume and go up? And then I wait for confirmation again. Let me redraw that like this. This comes down but didn't make a new low, or even takes out some of these guys because stop loss are going to be resting down there, and comes up and makes like this and didn't take out the low. Then I might have my buy opportunity from around here. My stop loss will be below here. So we are waiting for confirmations. As of now, there are no entries on GU. I'm not seeing any entries yet until this support holds and then we have mini structure go up. W's in the chat if you understand what I just said. If you don't, you can ask me questions. I'm gonna answer that. Let me try and share my link again now. Let me see if my WhatsApp is working. But if you are watching right now, I would appreciate you drop a comment. One of my FX bros is asking me if I have traded anything this week. I'm going to answer him. I'm in a trade actually. Give me a sec, I'll be right back. I need to, I need to drink water. Alpha, which drug you buy? Yes. No, no, that I always use that phrase. In the church where pastor will say, yeah, it's not you I'm referring to. Who will take the no, I just expression. Baby girl, are you okay? Yeah, you sound stressed. I'm okay. Anything for your boy. Anything for your boy. Are we seeing tonight? Mm. So if there is no pictures or video, I cannot see you in 2026. 1 month I've gone. No wala. Hmm? You have so I should come around today. What time should I come? I'll be able to stay the night or just come and go. Oh yeah, I'll call in the evening. Bye. What's wrong with WhatsApp now? Hmm? What's wrong with WhatsApp on PC? It just keeps crashing. Go and talk your sexy talk. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube. Go and talk your sexy talk inside. Yeah, they go back live now. Chat, I'm back. I don't know what's up with WhatsApp on. I don't know what's up with WhatsApp on phone, but it's crazy. So I just did a screenshot and I'm gonna put it out there. This is scary doing this, but I figured for me this is how to grow faster for me. It works for me though. All right. So like I said, on GU there are no opportunities for me right now on GU. So I'm going to be waiting for the signals to line up. But meanwhile, we were trying to check the fundamental analysis coming out this week. Euro just did his thing. Today being Monday, some red folder news in the afternoon on USD. Tuesday looks like this. Wednesday looks like this. Thursday looks like this. Ooh, Thursday looks a lot. Thursday looks like a lot, bro. Like a lot. Thursday looks like a lot. Friday, card got something coming. Okay, okay, that's okay. All right, nothing scary. We just be mindful of those windows. So, USD, GBP USD. I'm looking at this support area. If it holds, then we're ready for our bullish, whatever. AUD USD as well. I was in the trade last week, bruh. I was in profit, like good profit from my entry, bruh. I didn't break even. First time I'm not breaking even. I'm following my rules to the T. And the market decided that, gotcha, gotcha, boy. And that happened to me. So, AUD USD as well as making new highs. And I feel like the current position we are in, I might want to see a lot of retracement, just like GBP USD. The current position as well, if he holds, let me take that out. If we do get a support at this current area, if we do get a support here, then we good. Actually, we good for a buy. And if we do break that support, then it's a long way down. So gotta be mindful of that. Silver, I do not understand what is going on silver. I might stop looking at silver for a bit because this was scary. So I'm not even looking at it this week. I'm not about to like mess up my head. Gold, I'm not really a gold trader as well. If you were on the live stream 2 weeks ago, I was looking at these gaps that were left behind as something that the gold might come fill up, right? So let me remove these guys from my watch list again. I'm not looking at them right now. On U card, wait. Was it U card I was in or UJ? No way. Did you touch my stop? No, it didn't touch my stop. I have a position on UJ. U card. Oh, it didn't hit my stop. Okay. Because I entered way late after we were triggered in. And these two had made this analysis since like last week. Man, this is beautiful. I love to see this every single time, man. This is beautiful. I might make a video how. Let me record something for my Haji. Haji, what's up? What's up, Haji? Where my mic at though? Cause I have my fan making noise in my background. Let me mic that up and do something for my socials. What's up, IG? So this week I'm already in a position on U card, a short position on U card because I already had this analysis from last week when the market was trending down. I said I was waiting for a retracement back into this zone, a gap that was left behind, and the market came and triggered it in, and they're consolidating around that all day. Hoping to see some push down for a sell. My stop loss is just right above there in case it goes south. And the second one I'm looking at is the USD JPY. USD JPY looks like this. I'm waiting for a retest of this area or a signal to get in a short position, but I'm short on UJ as well. I'm looking at Euro USD, but I'm waiting for it to come a little bit lower depending on what DXY does, and GU as well in an area where I think there should be a support. Cheers. All right. So those are what I'm looking at this week. Um, U card, I'm already on this trade. On So all that is required from me is just trade management and see how that goes. This is actually very beautiful. This is a break and a retest. I will try not to be greedy so that I don't add more positions to this right now. But it does. It's looking sexy right now. That's one. UJ, I might wait for a retest of this zone that was just filled. Euro USD, not yet. Those are what I'll be looking at to get into and until all of that happens, I'm not looking to get into any other thing. Yeah, I think that will be the stream for now. uh I'm not sure anybody's watching this, but if you do watching this, thank you, and I'll see ya. Cheers.